Good morning, everyone. It's Rich. It is February 16th. It's a Monday. Thank you for joining me today for today's reading of Our Daily Bread. I know it's backwards. Today's thing is based on Genesis 33, verses 1 through 10. Jacob bowed down to the ground 7 times as he approached his brother. It takes humility. My cousins, who lived only 2 miles away when we were growing up, weren't allowed to interact with my family. They never came to reunions or talked to us at the local grocery store. Their parents said it was because back then we didn't attend church and we'd be a bad influence on them. What a surprise when many years later a cousin attended my elder brother's funeral. He approached us one by one and humbly asked for their attitude and apologized for their attitude. Our relationship with him began to be restored. Jacob needed a humble heart to seek restoration with his twin brother Esau. Jacob, the second-born, he was against Esau. He stole his brother's birthright and deceived his elderly father into giving him the firstborn's blessing. Furious, Esau threatened to kill him, so Jacob had run to another country. Years later, Jacob wanted to return home, but was afraid the deep division between him and his brother wouldn't be resolved without bloodshed. When he and Esau finally met, he humbly bowed down to the ground 7 times as he approached his brother. He feared Esau would kill him, but instead Esau came running and embraced him. Whether we've harmed another or been harmed, it takes humility, openness, and often much work to heal the brokenness. But God can and will help us. What relationships in your life might need restoration? Almost all of them. Friends, best friends, friends I've had forever, adopted children, my daughter, a lot of them. How can I start the process? How can you start the process? I gave it to God. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, it's not. Genesis. Let's go to the Bible and read Genesis chapter 33, verses 1 through 10. Now Jacob lifted his eyes and looked, and there Esau was coming, and with him were 400 men. So he divided the children among Leah, Rachel, and the 2 maidservants, and he put the maidservants and their children in front, Leah and her children behind, and Rachel and Joseph last. Then he crossed over before them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. But Esau ran to meet him and embraced him, and fell on his neck and kissed him. They wept, and he lifted his eyes and saw the woman and children, and said, "Who are these with you?" And he said, "The children whom God has graciously given your servant." Then the maidservants came near, they and their children, and bowed down, and Leah also came near with her children, and they bowed down. Afterward Joseph and Rachel came near, and they bowed down. Then Esau said, "What do you mean by all this company which I met?" And he said, "These are to find favor in the sight of my Lord." And Esau said, "I have enough, my brother. Keep what you have for yourself." And Jacob said, "No, please. If I have now found favor in your sight, then receive my present from my hand. inasmuch I have seen your face as though I had seen the face of God, and you were pleased with me. Please take my blessing that is brought to you, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. So he urged him, and he took it. I give it to God, and God will figure it out. God will put things in their place. It's his story, not mine. All right, something to think about. Y'all got to have a great day, and God bless. And always remember, God loves you, and so do I. Bye.